The internet is in a frenzy. You young ladies can't stop getting on live and talking about me when you were on a show about DDG. Let's get into it real quick. For a show requires entertainment. Moo has made it very clear that he was inspired and influenced by the show Flavor of Love. I was asked to be a part of the show, and my role was inspired by Miss New York. If you guys have ever seen Flavor of Love, Miss New York was on season 1 first, and then he brought her back for season 2 for her to get the ladies in order, and in which I take my role very serious. And I'm just saying, I came to play a role. My role was to intimidate, was to poke the bear, was to, sprinkle my little messiness, in which I did in my own form and fashion, which was inspired by Miss New York. So if you feel like it was very nasty or whatever, it was nice nasty. I'm admitting it was nice nasty. That was what I was supposed to do. I wanted to sit down with each young lady individually, to look them in the eye and give them the floor to tell me what I was asking. If I ask you a question, tell me to my face. Let's start with the young lady with the tattoo. Anybody in their right mind, as a viewer or not, when you see a clip of a young lady who just met a man a week ago, who got eliminated at that, who is not, that chooses for a man's name to be her second tattoo on her beautiful skin, beautiful face, beautiful skin, everything. You choose a man that's not your man, nor nothing close to you, as your second tattoo. I'm sorry I have to keep it real with you. That's weird. That's weird. I was being real with the lady. All she did was, you're right, I will cover it up, Okay, cool. Shake my hand, dap it up. All right, you heard it here first. Yeah, she said she gonna, I'm popping it. I'm popping it, and she's popped. So, I don't know if it took some videos being watched or like people amping her up to be like, no, you gotta say something because that's not okay. Sweetheart, we seen you in front of me. We seen your demeanor. You can't just switch that up at the reunion and say, oh, you're BBL bandit. That's weird. You want to not cover it up now all of a sudden? Cool. You're going to look even more weird. I apologize if I hurt your feelings. I'm not the type of lady to want to hurt nobody's feelings. I was bullied in high school. But like I said, y'all using this bully word as if y'all not grown. I'm not sitting there taking no bullying as a grown woman. If that was the case, you should have spoke up. From my perspective, from what I seen, from what I heard, I don't feel like I disrespected none of y'all. I don't feel like I disrespected none of y'all, nor do I feel like I was a bully. So I want to find the clip of when I initially said, hey losers, after I said, hey bookie butt, and I want you to tell me, chat, when you lose, you're considered a loser, right? All right. It is a vulgar term. It is mean, I guess you could say, but it is a fact. Yeah, it might hurt people's feelings, but at the end of the day, that's what that is. Yeah, did it hurt your feelings? I see it did. I apologize. I was there to clip farm, and I was there to have a good time and play my role. I felt like Bronx was going to win the show. I felt like she was going to win by a landslide the first few days. They were all digging up clips because at the end of the day, y'all claiming to be fighting for Moo's love and y'all want to be Moo's ball and y'all here for Moo, but y'all are at every streamer party. So clearly y'all here for the plot. To where that obviously was the reason why Bronx was eliminated. Now, if you try to bring up my past, that's okay. My past doesn't define me, nor am I in the competition to compete for Moo. Y'all are. G League, L League, I won't say the word, but L League, y'all didn't have a chance to sit down with me. So I'll give y'all a little grace of like whatever. But the young woman that was in the G League that said out of her mouth, people doing stuff to get India's attention, and that's all I'm gonna say, and And I got basically insinuating that girls on the show was doing things to try to get me mad or whatever the case may be. When I called you up on the phone, you had a whole lot of rambling and nothing to say. You were the same young lady that was like, oh, I love India. I can't wait to meet India. Blah, blah, blah. Granted, if I turned you off by playing my role and being the mean girl, I apologize, sweetheart. I came to do one thing, and it obviously worked. Me having to eliminate 2 people, that was literally last minute decision that I took upon because I know for a fact Moo doesn't like hurting nobody's feelings. Moo doesn't like young women crying in front of him, and he doesn't like feeling bad for people. And like I said, I don't mind being the bad guy. I knew I was going to eliminate Brown Sugar 2 minutes before I eliminated her, okay? I was a bad guy. I was reading her demeanor. She was shocked. It's nothing I could say or do because at the end of the day, that was what it was supposed to be, and that was what was done. I was only there for a segment. I played my segment how I wanted to play my segment. The numbers didn't lie. If y'all say I ruined the show so much, it wouldn't have been that much of viewers until 3, 4 in the morning, until I left. I spared y'all by not coming to the reunion. Y'all lucky I had work to do because I would have came to the reunion and say, huh? What happened? I was just there. Nobody was fighting for Moo's love at the reunion. Every time a mic came, oh, but India's ever loser. But India's ever. Come on, bruh. It's not like y'all sat down with me on the couch and then I left right after so you didn't have the chance to say what you wanted to say if you felt away. I was there for ample amount of hours. Somebody said it was 50,000, 60,000 people in the chat when I was there. I was there from maybe like 6, 7 p.m., 6, 7, all the way to 4 in the morning, maybe 5 in the morning. I stayed there till I couldn't because I love me some Moo. I don't give a... So, I say that to say, if there was all this animosity, hostility, if y'all didn't like how I was coming at y'all in any way, form, and fashion, I was walking around that building for hours. For hours. It shouldn't have took y'all getting y'all phone back and 48 hours going by for y'all to build some type of confidence to say what y'all wanted to say. It shouldn't have took that. So, generally speaking, you young women should have definitely had that same energy when I was in y'all face. I didn't come at y'all rah-rah. I wasn't trying to like, all I did was sit back. I did my homework. I had a whole notebook, 3 pages straight of notes. I was watching y'all. If anything, I was jealous of y'all. Y'all was on the show with mine. I'm jealous that y'all position that y'all in. Like, damn, they get to be sitting up under this da-da-da woo-de-woo. I was definitely, okay. Well, here's your chance. I'm here. I'm his good friend, and I would love for you guys to tell me why you want to stay here. Because, like I said, the sub goal was on the screen from the jump. If I really was against y'all and really didn't put y'all, or whatever the case may be, I wouldn't give a what y'all thought. I wouldn't care to say hi. I wouldn't care to smile in y'all face. I would have mugged y'all and kept, because I would have been able to do that. Moo would have let me do that. If I wanted to be on my mean girl and really like been a mean girl, I would have been allowed to do that. But I didn't. I actually really, really, really felt like you guys were beautiful. And all the compliments I gave y'all, thank you, Moo, for that, honey. All the compliments that I gave y'all, I meant them. And the constructive criticism I gave y'all, I meant that. I noticed clearly more than y'all do. So if y'all can't take a little heat on a seat with a like me sitting right there in y'all face, looking you eye to eye, saying, hey, you know, you're doing good on the show, but you need to do a little more. I could just, you know, I know Moo. He wants you to be a little more this, that, and the third. Take the constructive criticism. I'm not trying to bash you. I'm not trying to down you. I'm just trying to tell y'all how to win this. But clearly, y'all wasn't in it to win it. Y'all wanted that money. Y'all wanted that whatever the prize is, whatever that may be, because y'all told on yourself at the reunion. I wish them all the best. I hope they really gain something from the show other than trying to stir up a hate train for me. It's never going to work. I'm favored by the Lord. My past don't define me. You could try to dig up and post and repost any and everything I've done in my past. that still doesn't carry on to how successful and how blessed I am to this day. That's it. That's all I have to say about them young ladies.